Karmic charcoal. You about to make the tape, buddy. So you always want to talk about people that's not there. You gotta seek attention. You all up in other people's property. You asking for things, they gotta tell me about it after. You flagging me down while I'm driving my doing all right, but sick internally. A human being that has a nice portion of they body full of cancer in different places. But you and I didn't know that. We didn't know that. So you flagging me down while I'm trying to drive somebody to work. You know what I'm saying? I can holler at you once I get back up the hill. But first, stop acting like I'm not an individual and I got things to do. We clear cut see you don't have nothing to do. It's early in the morning. You in pajamas. Your armpits look like you got all kind of perspiration, bathing ape concept stains and shit in between your pits. That's perfectly a presentation on your garment top layer. But so I'm trying to figure out why every time we turn around you got something to talk about. You got something disrespectful to present. And then when you don't got it, everybody cool with you. Yeah. Then once you get enough, we help you enough. Yeah. Oh, now you want to present something, but you don't want to be real about it. Yeah. So you crying in front of people's houses. Let the world. I'm gonna let the world read the spiritual eyes to show exactly who I'm talking about. Now you asking for younger people carpet to be pulled. Now you talking about a whole nother spiritual level. You never asked for nothing. I heard you clear cut. You said, come on now, yeah. Don't nobody know what you talking about. How am I fill in the blanks for you? And you, preferably me, when it comes to how I enjoy. I'm a proactive marketer myself. I ain't filling in no blanks. So you cried. You cried. You cried. They locked me up. They locked me up. You showed up to my court date. You showed up to my court date. Only reason I was in solitary confinement, first and foremost, is because I ain't taking no shots coming from my playground of city. If anybody gonna do their research, they gonna know I rip and run that city. I chose to change my location. But we ain't gonna talk about ups and downs and rebuttals towards you being the defense to this self-expression, because this is my path. So I'm not gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm an abstract concept, this material. But I'm nevertheless, I'm gonna tell you like you know and how you want it to sound. So you shows up to my hearing, cheesing. So they taking me back to the little hole, you know what I'm saying, where I gotta be around like 5-6 people. We in a little hole. You know the little hole you be in before court, and then they indict you 5 minutes before you go to court. You got no bail, you got no bond, some of us. But they always indict you 5 minutes before you go to court. Before we get back to that little square, he asked me, he said, you know him? I knew what he was doing. I clear cut said, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. The button was, and then he changed the thought. And he told me which floor we was going back to. The test was on me. I passed my test. But I'm nevertheless. So, Not you though. Y'all got the whole city to know. I thought all of us was all we had, right? We all popular. My step, my face, my stoop is all you need to do something different. We all know the stories without speaking too much of the truth. And there's a beautiful community of minds that love to decode. So that's why I layer out my verbal like this. But around nevertheless. So, y'all sit back crying in front of the house. Got people saying I done something I didn't do. You know, that's not me manifesting some controversy, sales, or identity mistaken of the future. This is what I already went through. As the lens show that I could be talking to you also. But I'm nevertheless. So, you talk about rules. You talk about where you at and where you at only. You never compensated nobody. Sometimes it's worth crying and moving your feet. Try something. But I can understand. You ain't got it because it's not to be got. I'm a human being. I think a lot. So that makes me also patient, humble. And I do a bunch of analytics here by myself and people I used to deal with. And as y'all can see, I'm better to myself. And I can still deal with anybody I feel like it, but I don't have the time for it. But I'm nevertheless. So, our uncle gets some money in his pocket. He buys 5 or more cars. But he clear cut has a career path to pay for it. He gave you nothing. You want me to go through it. I hear you. So I got what I should have and more is what I know to have. You ain't asked for nothing, but you crying. Putting 2 birds to 1 stone, you know the agenda. You told these people to say I done something I didn't do. You, the prior uncles, the prior cousins. It ain't too many people in the equation. And this additional Dave character, he come up on the memes, everybody. The little shorts until we get to go live. Being obsessed. Wearing my name on back of jerseys while you cry about things. Me trying to vinyl wrap my BMW because I chose that frame. I chose that color because I always support me, always market me. So if I wanted a grape shell, that's what I wanted. When it came time to be something I wasn't, as far as childish, he asked me, do I want rims? I told him clear cut, no. I don't need rims. I'm ripping and running my city, right? But I'm nevertheless. On obsessed vibe, I never knew before they locked me up. This Dave cursor, he think I want to wrap my vehicle because of him. He stayed close to Minnesota. You get it? Minnesota Vikings, grape, purple. Same type of person gets some money out of someone else's pocket. Double back and ask me for some money. I'm like, on who books? But nevertheless, I'm going to tell you like you know, not how you want it to sound. There was no way possible for me to invest into where Dave was with himself. Early since his heavy frequency, you know, all kind of calls, all kind of judgment fishing, all kind of witch hunts. You know, everybody wants some And everybody want to sit back and identity swap and destiny swap and karmic chat and just the burrow crab propaganda. And we all know what that means. Proper governed delivery. But nevertheless. So I say to myself, you know what to do? Share the struggle skin. Change your people, places, and things. So on this journey, I had to cut back on family. I can't bring the wrong spiritual to human beings younger than me that deserve a better chance than I had. So when I take that to therapy, when I take that to a human being with a degree, a human being that really got themselves together, they used to have a $600 and $700 a day habit. Now they have degrees and a place to minister, a place to be a psychologist. They say, you're right. And I learned the wisdom on my own. I didn't enjoy what today has for me as far as the AI. I take the AI and I utilize that for pronunciation. You know what I mean? I utilize that for all paths of career that never was told to me. There's some things I want to say right now, but I'm not going to say it because I'm going to put it on another tape. I just gave you, if you listen first and then rebuttal faster than you retained it, I gave you pronunciation. So, hopefully you do not take it upon yourself to say, can he read? Yes, I can read. I can read very well. But from etymology to colloquial, exporting or administering, verbal vibration, but nevertheless, I'm gonna tell you like and not how you want it to sound. So they called everything that you get past a course. If you'd have made change, that would have gave them more change. Well, of course. But when your own identity is a granite, they want you to pay a fine. Why? Because they trying to take that back to somebody that they in spiritual debt with. And you can't always help that. To the point if you was drained, they would know that there ain't no more help over here. So they got a new number. They got a new way to upkeep their self-esteem, ego, layered vinyl wrap spiritual identities. And not saying that I can't understand it, because this elaboration, I'm not saying that we're not human, but I did provide to you a difference. I did believe in a catalog of foreign discovery, because if you in-house with your mind, everything is black, you're gonna be full of gossip, limitations. I don't know. I can't call it for everybody when it comes down to preference, but most time you will have a repetition of distortion to your inner spiritual about gender and sexuality. So I thought, take your mind out of the substance tank, and these human beings that you connect with has no knowledge of the politics from what you call home, or what you called home, because you have self-rewarded yourself. You've graduated from the prior. The tassel is to the left. But nevertheless, and if you want to know about the procreation tool, that's a granite to the right. But nevertheless, I gotta make you laugh. That's a daily task. So I'm gonna wrap this up real quick because I got off my vent that I had, in the evaluation, which I didn't finish it, about a few people. None of us perfect. And if we want to be, we got the right to, but we got to move our feet in accordance. Till the next time, granted, you're mine.